My supervisor.
Okay. Is this an okay time, or did your thing get switched to a different time?
My supervisor just is like
Okay.
messing with me.
Well, don't worry. Just slip out, and we'll be finishing up at that point, anyways. So, um, I just wanted to bring back the attention of the thing that it's the Hoberman sphere
Making you
because
big. Oh. We have you really over the horn.
la-da,
Oh.
here I am. Using the Hoberman sphere as a visual helps us understand how our abdominal muscles work while we're breathing. And I'm going to show you first with my hands. You have a muscle here that pushes down on the belly. So when you breathe in, this goes down actually, which causes your belly to go out. And then when you breathe out, the muscle releases and goes back up. So that's why our belly fills up when we breathe in this long, deep manner. But the most important thing about long, deep breathing is that you do it so that it causes no stress or strain to your body. When you breathe in, I'm just going to show you this again. When you breathe in, the belly expands. So you can put your hands on your belly.
That's cool.
And just, yeah, I can see her. She's fine.
Not like this.
For me, sure. You can spread your hands. Certainly, you could do it in the same way as if the ball. Let's hold the ball in front of our belly, like we're holding one of these. So we have an energetic ball. And so when we breathe in, our arms open, and you lift your elbows up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Annie, you were fine. Yeah. Annie, yeah. That's fine. You don't have to, not like a clothespin, just up. I was actually talking to Hille. And then when you breathe out, you bring your hands back to the ball. So breathe in, the ball opens. And breathe out, the ball closes. So that's your stomach. That's what's happening.
I'm feeling it would be farther up. I'm breathing in. I feel it here too.
So what you want to do is you want to fill the belly first. And then we did that before. Let's put one hand on our chest and one hand on the belly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you breathe in, the first hand that you want to feel move is the one that's on the belly. So breathe in a little and fill the belly.
Yeah.
Now breathe in a little more and lift up your chest a little bit. See how that happens? Like you filled your belly first, and then when you breathe out, your chest goes down, and then your belly. So what I want you to do now is let's just use the number 3. So every time we breathe, we're going to count to the number 3, and then we're going to breathe out and count to the number 3, and see if that feels like a comfortable, natural breathing for you. So let's put our hand on our tummy and our chest. We breathe in 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out 3, 2, 1. Breathe in again 1, belly 2, 3, chest. Breathe out, chest, down to belly. Hille.
Yeah.
Does that feel like a comfortable breath cycle for you?
No, I feel it. I know. I feel it now. Yeah.
Yes, but I mean the time. Like, did that make you feel comfortable to count to 3, or do you think we could count to 4? Do you think you could take a little more breath?
I don't know. I can do it with 3. Yeah.
That's perfect. Then let's stay with 3 for today. Let's do 3 right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So take away that breathing. Yep, we're going to take away that breathing, and we're going to do what is called square breathing. So it's like you don't have to do anything with your hands. I'm just going to show you what it, in a sense, if it was a square. You breathe in for the count of 3 up one side of the square. Then we're going to hold our breath for the count of 3 as it goes across the square. Then we're going to breathe out for the count of 3 as we go down the far side. And then we hold out for the count of 3. So we make 4 times the count of 3 as we do our breathing with 2 pauses in there. Does that sound okay? So you can put both of your hands, actually, put your hand at your solar plexus, which is the part like right where your ribs start. You can put one hand on top and the other hand kind of on top of it. Yeah. So when you breathe out, so we're just going to hold it there. So we're going to breathe in for the count of 3. Breathe in, 2, 3. Now hold your breath for 3, 2, 1. Now breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. And just let go of your hands. Put them down on your lap. And just go back inside and just breathe to what is normal for you. Breathing in, filling your belly and your ribs. And breathing out. Beautiful. So we're just going to do a little bit of arm movements with that same kind of breathing, but we're not going to do the pauses so strongly. What we're going to do is we're just going to breathe in to what is a comfortable, maybe a little more breath than you were just doing, maybe a little fuller. Then there's a tiny little pause, and then you breathe out, and you want to breathe out for the same amount of time or a little bit longer. So if we're breathing in for the count of 3, let's breathe in for the count of 3. We hold for just a second. Now let's breathe out for the count of 4. Breathe in 3. Hold. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1. When we elongate our breath, it naturally causes our body to feel more calm. So often when I'm having trouble falling asleep, I do some deep breathing like that where I really pay attention to my breathing pattern, and then it helps me to fall asleep. Sometimes my mind gets distracted and I start to think of other things and I forget the breathing. But if I go, okay, I'm going to breathe 5 times, 10 times, and I keep counting, breath in 1, breath out 1, breath in 2, breath out 2, breath in 3, out 3, in 4, out 4, in 5, out 5, in 6, out 6. You may feel your breath is naturally slowing down a little bit more. Breathe in 7, like a gentle wave. Breathe out 7, 8, 9, And one more makes 10. And when you're done breathing out, just sit for a moment again and notice the calm, kind of liquidy feeling inside your belly. What we're going to do now is we're going to use our legs a little bit. So I'd like you to sit a little further forward on the chair. So I'm just going to show you from the side. Is she sitting? She's sitting in a stiff chair, right?
Yeah.
So here I'm sitting all the way back to the chair. But because I'm going to use my legs, I'm going to kind of scoot a little forward. So maybe only the upper top of my legs and my bottom are on the floor.
Yes.
There you go. It just lets us use our legs. So you want your feet to be right under your knees. You don't want them pulled back to the chair. You want them, so if I'm sitting sideways, sorry, I don't want them like this. I want them so they seem like it's a right angle under my knees. Right? And then you could just try for a moment. You could kind of go a little bit up on your toes, maybe. You might have to push your body a little forward to help yourself get up. See, they're just tiny. They're just like little kitten heels. We talked about that last time. And then you can put the heels down and now try to lift your toes off the floor. So it's like they're rocking back. I'm just going to stand up for a second so you see. So if my foot is here, this would be up on the ball of the foot. And then this, I lift my toes up. Now you might not have your toes up as far as my toes. That's okay, because if you just put your attention to these muscles as if you were lifting your foot up all the way up till it touched your shin, you're activating those muscles, even if you're not doing that, right? So now what you'll notice, when you go up, you could lean your body, you can put your hands on your thighs, you could lean a little forward, so you're like as if you were going to stand up off the chair. You're like, oh, I'm coming up off the chair, but you're not really going to go. And then, okay, release, put your feet down, put your heels down, roll your body a little bit so that now you can pick your toes up off the floor. Let me I think it's better if I go to the side. So what I'm doing is I'm leaning a little forward, and then I'm picking my toes up, my heels up, I'm sorry. So you might feel your leg muscles. Think about what leg muscles are working right now. My calf is tight because my heel is up, right? And my back is leaning forward. Then as I go back, I put my feet down, I round a little bit of weight, and then I can pick my toes up. So we're going to rock back and forth a little bit. Put your toes down, pick up your heels. Put your heels down, pick up your toes. Put your toes down, pick up your heels. And heels down to pick up your toes. Let's do that once more. Rolling forward, like as if we're going to lift up off the chair. And roll back because we're sitting back down comfortably into our seat. Beautiful. So we're just going to add a little bit of an arm motion with that. So when we go forward, we're just going to do the arms first. The arms are going forward like this, right? And you can have your elbows a little bent. That's okay, the hands, right? And then they're going to go back. Just comfortably, whatever feels good. Then they're going to go forward. And then they're going to go back. Again, breathe in forward. Think of 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to add that rocking. So breathe in, the hands go forward and the toes go forward like you're going to lift right up off the chair. And then back, roll back, heels down. Maybe the toes can come up as you go back a little bit. Whoa, your stomach muscles have to grab you. Put the toes down. Breathe in, lift up. Heels are up. Breathe out, roll back. Toes come off the ground. Breathe in, up. We're going to hold this one now. We're on our toes. We're like, as if somebody's holding our hands and they're going to pull us straight up off the chair. So activate your tummy muscles. Push into your feet like you're actually going to leave the chair. Push, push, push. And release. Roll back. Roll back. Hands go back. Toes go up. Try to hold yourself. If you felt really daring, you could pick your feet up off the floor and balance on your butt. Even 1 foot. You could pick 1 foot up off the floor. Yeah. You could actually, if you wanted, you could even hold the chair behind you. Pick up 1 foot. And how about try the other foot, just for good measure, because they both should try.
I can't do one.
One is easier than the other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good information for you, right? You're like, hey, okay, maybe next time you should start with the leg that is harder.
Yeah.
And then, like then it gets a little extra work. So that's good to know. That's one of the most important things about yoga. Yes, please have a drink of water. I'm going to have one too. Is
Yeah.
once you get past listening to the teacher and following what the teacher says for you to do, you can go inside yourself and do it so that it's right for you. Like once you can, memorize the movement that you're being asked to do, that's why I always like to try to give you a moment or two after we've done it for a few moments to just try it on your own, because it's good for your brain, because you're doing something with your body, your brain, and your breathing, and it's all helping to tie things together. And above all, when you do that slow breathing and movement, you're tricking or whatever your body into believing it is more calm than it is. So it's great during a time of like a stressful moment. That breathing that we started to do in the beginning, where we had our hand here. Let's try that one right now. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe in with our nose, and then as we breathe out, we're going to gently pull our hand into our solar plexus, just gently as you breathe out. So I'm going to come just here for a second. So as I breathe in a sense, I'll feel and then when I breathe out, I'm just pulling my solar plexus a little bit into my body. So I think we're working on the number 4. Surprisingly, we've moved up a number in the length of time we can do our extended breathing. So let's breathe in for the count of 4. Now breathe out for the count of 4 and push your hands into your solar plexus, like you're trying to pull in a little bit as you breathe out. Breathe in, the hands come away a little bit. Breathe out, they pull in. Let's do that a few more times at our own rhythm. So you can count as you breathe in to see what you count to. When you're ready to breathe out, pull your hands into your solar plexus and count the same number out.
Too much breathing.
Yeah, that's okay. The what I was going to say is that's the type of breathing is considered biofeedback, because you're giving some feedback to your body. So it's stated that if you come under like a panic attack, putting your hand here and doing your breathing with your hand here will help you, because of the sensation of the hand against the body, will just help you within a few breaths to start to feel less worried. So when we find our mind racing with concerns, or something happens and it causes us to feel nervous, if we give ourselves some feedback, it helps us bring our attention down, and brings our blood pressure, and our heart rate will go down. And it's just something to practice. So, I mean, I recommend you choosing one of the breathing practices that you really like, and to practice that whenever you can remember. Oh, let me practice the breathing. I learned some things recently for getting rid of eye bags. So I've been doing those pretty religiously. Like when I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, let me do that eye exercise, because I'd love my eye bags to go away. So, you find yourself when you're watching TV, or you're listening to a podcast, or you're just spacing out, looking outside, you could just remember, oh, I could do a couple of those breaths that made me feel especially calm. All right, so let's continue on with this activity that we've been doing with the up and the down of the heels. We're going to do it with a bird flying motion. So what's going to happen is we breathe in and our arms are going to come up in front of us. And then we breathe out, they open wide. They breathe in, they come back towards the chest. And at about the same distance as your feet, and your knees, sorry, your hands come down to the kind of right past the legs, so you have a little bit of extra room.
I'm just going to go to my meeting.
All right, Annie, see you later.
Yep.
Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, open. Get a little stretch in the front of your body. It's like you're opening your chest up, like you're hugging a tree. The hands come back towards each other, and then they float down. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, open. Like a bird spreading its wings. Breathe in. You can even open your fingers up, and like as if you're trailing them through the air. There you go, as you're pulling the air, right? And then they float back down. Now we're going to add that toe lift. So breathe in, press up on your toes. Open, you're flying free. Begin to bring your heels down. And just drop the hands. And we won't pick up the toes in this instant. We don't have to. Breathe in, rise up on your toes. Open wide. Breathe out together. And heels go down. One more, breathing in, up. And open, way up on your toes. We're going to hold ourselves here for a moment. Arms spreading wide, elbows are bent, fingers are open so the wind can blow through them. Breathe again, let that breath out, but stay up. And then as you breathe out, palms coming towards each other. Breathe out, hands go down. Let's put our hands on our lap and just rest for a moment. Take a breath in and a breath out. Flip our palms back over. And we're going to do that tossing the ball activity we did the last time. So I'm going to take my right hand and I scoop across my body, toss the ball, catch the ball, bring it back, hand on the lap. Other way, scoop, lift, toss, catch, hand goes back. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Now we're going to reach for the moon. Remember that one? We reach a little further back, like we're like grabbing a tray from behind us, like somebody, like Anne is behind you and she's handing you a tray of fruit. You can even have your hands kind of with the palms facing up, like you're going to, there we go, yep. There. And then bring it back to the center. And then serve her the fruit on the other side of you, as if you could see her on the couch behind you, even if you can't really. Back to the center. Reach and hand her the fruit. Breathe out to the center. Breathe in, twist. Breathe out, center.
I can feel my, oh, you're gone.
No, oh, are you still there?
Well, it said okay.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, you can, okay, fine. It says okay. Let me try okay. If I'm gone, then I have done something wrong.
Okay. Don't press the red button.
Oh, no, it's a blue button. It says okay. Nothing happens, right?
Can you still see me, or you can't see yourself, or you can't see me?
I cannot see you.
Oh.
Sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook. Sign in. I don't know if I have to do sign in. I cannot.
I think we're very close to the end, so I think I can verbally tell you what we'll do for the end. I don't think you need to see me.
As long as you see me.
I can see you, and we have a few more moments, so we don't have to. So we're fit. That you could feel that in your back.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you were going to say, Hille, you were going to say something about your back.
I can feel if I move, everything I can feel. Like you see how, I haven't done this in a long time. So
yeah, but I feel it even when I've done it a lot. I do it every day or something, but I still feel it. And for me, I hear the little pops as my spine kind of goes back into alignment.
Yeah, it's like, it's not oiled really. It's something that moves and needs a little oil.
Yeah, so let's put our hands on our hips for a moment, on our waist. Like you're squishing your waist together like you're wearing a corset. There we go. So breathe in, but push your hands towards each other. Like you're trying to close the corset, although you're breathing in.
Okay, I'm breathing in.
Like you're squishing your hands to make your waist smaller.
Uh-huh.
So you feel it, and then as you breathe out, release your hands. Breathe in, squeeze your hands. And release. One more time. And release your hands. And what we're going to do, Hille, is we're just going to tap our body. We're going to take our right hand and tap down our arm. Remember, we stretched our arm out in front of us and we tapped our arm. But the only place I want you to tap is the inside of your elbow.
The inside of my elbow.
Yeah, right there. With the whole hand, just the elbow part, not the wrist, the elbow. The inside, the part where you're bending. Now slide your hand towards the top of you. Yeah, now use your whole hand to spank your arm. Spank, 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 spank. Whole hand, the palm, yeah. Right on that part of the elbow, right inside there. Not your, yeah, right there, good, yep. Like you're trying to make your arm bend. Yeah, right there, in that spot, right there. Excellent. Now switch to the other side with the other hand. Yes. Right in that little bendy part. Yeah, of the elbow, where your elbow is bending. Just in the elbow part. Yeah, the crook. Right in there. Yeah, beautiful. Now rub your hands together to make them warm.
Oh, they are very warm now.
Oh, awesome. Let's wash our face. Wash your face. Yep. Yep. Wash your neck, the front and the back. Pull your ears a little bit. Give them a tug. Wash your hair. Scratch your head. Tap your head. There we go. Thank you so much, Hile. I think that'll be the end. That'll be the end for today.
Okay. All right. It was good. Okay.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry you lost the connection, but I think we were good because we were close to the end. And maybe before you shut that off, you should remember so you can tell Anne. So
I've let her to do it. Otherwise, I'm pushing the wrong button and stuff.
right.
I just leave it as is.
Perfect.
Yeah. You're
I'll
going
see you.
away and I leave it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.